Now, this is where things might get a little intellectual. No guarantees, though. After all the comics that are going to be performing tonight, we're going to just do a little get to know them session, interview, and talk about religion, talk about comedy, and hopefully it's interesting.
I'll do my best.
So, as a religion major,
Yes.
what's the question that people ask about your major, other than like what you're going to do, that annoys you the most?
It's not a question that annoys me the most. It's when people assume they know stuff about certain religions that is blatantly wrong, and when you correct them, they say, hey, I know somebody who's blank. I know more than you. For example, almost every religion class on campus has the distinction, the religion is Islam, the people are Muslim. They're not Islams. It's not Muslimism. But everybody who at least I've talked to who's a major has run into somebody who's called them Islams. And when you correct them, they say, hey, I know somebody who's an Islam. And that's what they say.
Okay, what's more annoying in class? Angry atheist or angry, I grew up in the church my whole life, I know everything about the Bible? Or do they both have their own degree of annoyance?
They can both be annoying. They also can be a lifesaver if you haven't done homework that day and they happen to just start arguing and you don't get any classwork done. Because that's happened. People just Shanghai religion classes because it's all about what they think is right, not about the actual humanistic study of religion. Because it's a religion class, not a theology class. Nobody cares if you're right, and you're not.
Kind of like in English class, you can just make stuff up.
Well, not like you can make stuff up, but it's like if somebody starts arguing whether Tennyson is a better writer than Shakespeare, and they're both wrong, so why does it even matter?
There you go. All right. A lot of people find religion as a crutch, like something to lean on. Do you find that similar to comedy?
Well, I know lots of comedians use comedy to get through personal troubles, but also comedy leads to a lot of personal troubles. For example, most open mics are held in bars, and similarly to sex, it's very interesting doing comedy when people are sober.
Very nice, very nice. Speaking of comedy getting you in trouble, this isn't necessarily about religion, but tell us about the gift that you wanted to give your girlfriend one time.
Okay, I'm going to clarify this because this is going up on the internet. This is a joke I wrote when I was single. And my girlfriend was in the audience, my current girlfriend was in the audience, and thought the joke was hilarious, and now makes me tell it to her family at functions, which is awful. But
Go on.
the joke is, in relationships, women tend to give men gifts that they want back. For example, they'll buy you a tie and a suit coat saying, you dress like a slob, now take me someplace nice. So I decided to play the game back, and I got my girlfriend a set of knee pads. And I enjoyed the joke because it takes about 3 seconds for everybody to get it. The guys laugh, the girls look mad, then the guys who are with a girl look mad. And so that's that joke.
Okay. What's one memory from your church experience that stands out? Like something that made you think, like affected you.
I don't know.
Apparently, you had a terrible church.
No, I just wasn't prepared for this. I don't know. One of the things that really deeply affected me was I went on a mission trip to South Dakota, which is a barren wasteland of a state.
So you're protecting people from boredom.
Well, we went to just a very poor area and we helped rebuild a church, and it was nice to just meet people who didn't have much and do those mission trippy things like uh, help uh, help the church work for a week and clean it up. But it's kind of melancholy because as soon as you leave, things are going to go back to the way they were, which kind of ruins the whole I'm going to go help high, because
No.
once you leave, these people can't afford to have people come in and fix the rest of the stuff that's broken. They'll have to wait till next year.
All right. What's something that surprised you that you learned in religion class? Like something about a faith you're like, really?
um, I don't know. One of the easy things is to learn that Hinduism and Buddhism are connected. That I guess in a similar-ish way that uh, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are connected, Buddhism sort of branched out of Hinduism.
I feel like Hinduism is like the shopping cart of religion. Because like they're like, yeah, Jesus, yeah, he's one of our prophets. Then they're like, Buddha, Buddha, yeah, we'll take him too.
If
They're like a Justice League, but a fake.
I would watch that show,
Yes.
but
All right. We'll end on like one more question. Um, if your child asked you, what should I believe in? What would you tell them?
personally, I would say you're a child. You can't yet fully comprehend any of these things. Don't even bother until you're older, because what happens is a lot of people gain really strong emotional connections to what they think is kids,
No.
you know, and you grow up and then you realize Transformers was a terrible show. My parents were idiots, stuff like that, and you have to take some really strong looks at the stuff you believed as a kid. And I think it would help just to uh, give the kid access to the different thoughts. But I mean, everybody at least knew the kid or was the kid who
No.
decided for a week in eighth grade that they were vegetarian and didn't know what that entailed, or the kids who decided that they were gonna like this music or that music, and you look back on it now and it's terrible.
Like Limp
Nobody.
Bizkit would be a good example. All right. Well, thank you. We'll see you in a little bit. Our friend Curley, come on, give us a. And also, can we get a clap for the Wesley for allowing us to be here?